My name is Joe. These are just opinions. These are the 25 best songs from 1994, a continuation from my 25 best albums of 1994 on this channel, Joepinionated. Reminder to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it. 25 best songs. Each song from its own album. No two songs from the same album on this list, just to spread it out a bit. Number 25, I'm going with Offspring, Bad Habit. That's off of their album Smash. And I don't know if it was their debut, but that was the first album they got big on, was Smash and Bad Habit. Used to love listening to this song. Hard rock, skate / sort of punk rock metal Offspring. Next up, Driving Force Between. Next up's from Stone Temple Pilots. I'm going with Vaseline. Vaseline is song number 24 from Stone Temple Pilots. Bow down, bow down, bow down, bow down, bow down. The guitar tone so good on this. The album is purple. Lots to choose from, though. Number 23, going with 9 Inch Nails, Closer. I Wanna Be Like an Animal. This is off, I believe, the Downward Spiral. And yeah, 9 Inch Nails, big signs of big things to come and to continue to come to this day. Trent Reznor is, pretty important guy in the world of music for the last 30 plus years now. Number 22, going on Green Day's Longview. Few songs obviously to pick from Dookie in 1994. I choose Longview. I don't know, something about this song Longview especially takes me back to a time and place. The year 1994 when Green Day was huge and breaking out. It really was the soundtrack of the time for a brief time. And Longview, for whatever reason, takes me back more than any of the Green Day songs to Dookie. I'm going with Longview. Number 21 from Bush. I'm going with Come Down, because I don't want to come back down from this cloud. This album's just packed with great tracks. 16 Stone from Bush. I'm going with Come Down, and there's many other tracks on the album you could pick. Number 20, Blues Traveler. I'm going with Blues Traveler Hook. Yeah, this is off of their fourth album titled 4. Infectious Hook, mentioned it many times, and that's kind of the joke of it, but it truly is 90s classic. A great band, underrated band. Number 19, going with Seal, Kiss from a Rose. Da, 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 da. Another song, you hear it, and it's just, instant classic. It was on the Batman Forever soundtrack. Yeah, so 1994, I guess, is Batman Forever. Kiss from a Rose, huge song. And a huge single. Oh, that was in 1995, Batman Forever. So the next year. But this is from Seal's second album, Kiss from a Rose, monster hit. Number 18, Pearl Jam, Not For You. Off of Vitalogy, I'm picking Not For You. Number 17, I'm going with Live, the song Selling the Drama from Throwing Copper. Lots to choose from that album as well, from Live. What a huge album that was, 1994's Throwing Copper. Many great songs on there. Ed Kowalczyk. And they never quite repeated the same type of success, similar to Counting Crows the year prior. They were awesome going forward. Live was a good band and kind of a little bit underrated post Throwing Copper. Number 16, I'm going with Cake and the song Rock and Roll Lifestyle. The rest of the album doesn't make my top 25. But Rock and Roll Lifestyle as a track is one of my favorite Cake numbers and my favorite song off of their album. What's their first album called? I can't remember. Cake. Motorcade Generosity. It's my favorite track off of that album from 1994. Next up, number 15, I'm going with Jeff Buckley. And my favorite track off the album, Grace, is Last Goodbye. Jeff Buckley, huge loss. And I didn't grow up with the album. It was something later to me. And I kind of heard snippets of it here and there throughout the years. Some people who fell in love with it younger than I was tend to really latch on. They have this at number 1, this album. And it is a beautiful album. And I totally get that. It's just, I feel like I would have liked it more had I been into it a bit younger. Number 14, Alice in Chains, I Stay Away. One of my favorite Alice in Chains songs, and that's off a Jar of Flies, which is, I think, technically an EP. But Alice in Chains, I Stay Away. I love the arrangement. Such a beautiful song. My favorite vocals from Alice in Chains are on I Stay Away. Number 13, Weezer, Say It Ain't So. This is off the Blue album. I mean, I got a lot to pick from there too. The Sweater Song, Buddy Holly. The lyrics, just the catchy hook, the sing-along quality, Rivers Cuomo's tone. Fantastic. Weezer is a great band, and I really like a lot more albums than I think the average Weezer fan even. Maybe. I don't know. I like these guys a lot. I don't think they miss much. Personally, I think they're great the whole way through. Number 12, and I'm just picking one song from any given album. Keep it interesting. Number 12, going with R.E.M. Strange Currencies. The song was actually featured in The Bear season 2. It was like the song throughout the entire season, which was great to me because it's one of my absolute favorite R.E.M. songs. And I do love the album Monster. And R.E.M's great. There's a few episodes for R.E.M. on this channel. Strange Currencies is a great song. Number 11, Pink Floyd, Coming Back to Life. This is Dave Gilmour's reunion with Nick Mason and Rick Wright and their one last album with the boys and Division Bell. And Coming Back to Life, I'm going to take this song. Early favorite for sure. It's such a fantastic song. And I feel like it's certainly a song that a lot of people that aren't even really into music can appreciate. Very epic, Coming Back to Life, and just very pretty. The tones from David Gilmour are incredible on this album. This album sounds great. Sounds like a Pink Floyd album, and because it is. Dave Gilmour's still putting out albums. So is Roger Waters, and so is Nick Mason. Nick Mason's solo album is probably one of my very favorite solo albums of any of the members. Coming Back to Life from Pink Floyd. Number 10, I'm going with Warning from Notorious B.I.G, Biggie Smalls. It's either Diddy or Premier on a lot of these cuts, but I love the song Warning between this one and Give Me the Loot on this album for me. Unbelievable, also great. I'm pretty sure that's the Premier one. Number 9, I'm going with P25, Page 25 London from the Black Crowes. I always liked this riff, and one of my favorite tracks, I believe it's from Amorica. Yeah, just a great, loud, this is kind of the sound I like from the Crowes, is this song in particular. I like the way this is recorded, and guitars up front, banger, little harmonica action on this one. Always love this track, rocks. Great live track too, the Crowes are great live. Number 8, I'm going with Ween, Voodoo Lady. Now, it's not my favorite song actually off the album, but if you haven't heard Ween, I'd suggest you listen to Voodoo Lady. Give you a real taste of what they're all about. Hard rockin', fast, fun track, hilarious lyrics. About a voodoo lady with that boogie, woogie, 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 woogie. Drive me crazy. Love Ween. Love the song live. Check it out from Chocolate and Cheese. One of my favorite albums of all time. Number 7 from one of my favorite albums of all time, Day for Night, Tragically Hip, the song Nautical Disaster. Another album where I've got, the whole album to choose from for my favorite songs from the album, or the best song from the album. Going Nautical Disaster, can't go wrong with that. It's a great song. It's arguably the best song on the album. And there's, like I said, this is one of those albums as well as the one prior, every song, great. So Nautical Disaster from the Tragically Hip, number 7. And number 6, Soundgarden with Black Hole Sun. That droney guitar, oh my God. This is such a perfect song. The lyrics are so dark. The tone they have on Chris's voice. Incredible studio album. Superunknown, incredible song. This is just huge when this came out. Certainly one of the biggest songs of the year. I don't think we've come across one bigger yet. Black Hole Sun from Soundgarden, number 6. Number 5, Tom Petty. I'm going with It's Good to Be King. Classic Tom Petty, phrasing song, but really well done. And I love the touches from Rick Rubin on this album. I think that it works really well. Tom's free to just be, and he does. He's still got the Heartbreaker guys in there. I know Tom really liked the album. I remember him doing an interview with Rolling Stone talking about it. How he was going to do a reunion or an anniversary tour for this album and the extended edition. But I'm going with it. It's Good to Be King. You can pick any one of the first 10 songs, and you got a good argument. Okay, number 4, I'm going with Nirvana, About a Girl. Debuted on Bleach. I'm talking about the acoustic version on Live in New York, which was a huge deal. Like I said before, it was the champion on the Combat Day Clips, which is the Much Music MTV here in Canada for the longest time. It was the best video. 94, obviously, is when Kurt passes away. You know, we were left with that album. About a Girl was completely new to me. Anyways, Nirvana's About a Girl, definitely time and a place. You couldn't escape it for months, and I still love it. It's so good. Going with the acoustic version from Live in New York, or Live at MTV Unplugged. Number 3, I'm going with Nas, Halftime from Illmatic, possibly one of the greatest, or possibly in the conversation of greatest rap albums of all time, Illmatic, with DJ Premier and Nas. And Halftime, I can't remember, it's either Halftime or Represent was one of his first singles. I think it was Halftime. More Kicks Than a Baby in His Mama's Stomach, is that off Halftime? I mean, the whole album, ridiculous, Nas, and the beats from Premier are nuts. Number 2, I'm going with the Dave Matthews Band song Jimmy Thing. Love him or hate him, I love him. Dave Matthews Band, I think, is fantastic. Great musicianship, excellent singer, songwriter, and Jimmy Thing is peak Dave Matthews Band. Some of my favorite stuff off the first 3 or 4 albums. And my favorite song off the first album is Jimmy Thing from Under the Table and Dreaming. Number 1, I'm going with number 1 song of 1994. According to me, Joepinionated, I'm going with Beastie Boys' Sabotage. That's Michael Diamond, Mike D, Adam Yout, MC8, and Adam Horowitz, Ad Rock. And it's in the conversation for the greatest song of the 90s. This is a straightforward punk song, no? Skater punk. Love Ill Communication. Love the Beastie Boys and Sabotage. I mean, maybe their greatest song. The end of 1994, 25 best songs. Remind you to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your favorites are from these albums if I didn't mention them. I'm sorry, I'm a little low on facts and high on opinions. Respect to the Beastie Boys. We out.